So I've hit a milestone in my new adventure here, um, and my big adventure is that I'm going to try to join NTRAC, and I've got my bench work done, and I didn't want to just join NTRAC. I wanted to make sure that my NTRAC tables fit within the confines of my house and I could actually use them with some other work. So I've kind of combined a few things and I'm trying to be really creative. I'm going to make another video about some details on the end track. I'll put everything on YouTube because that's probably where they'll fit. But I've got two end track modules essentially that are split with a river here, and the river underneath is going to be bolted so that those two pieces can go. But I wanted it to fit in my house. So on this end, I'm hoping to do a little bit more. I was hoping to put, obviously you don't end up with as much room as you think you have. So I was hoping to put, I don't know, I might put an industry or maybe some sidings over here on my turnaround from my end track. Two things that I think are really cool is I've noticed that people who've done shelf layouts. So in this space that I have between the furnace and this wall was here because there's columns that are in the way that I can't move. But I've taken the shelf layout here, which gives me room to make three lines, the three lines from the end track with, I'm going to make sidings. So it's kind of a staging area where you could actually load up your consists and put those together. I'll put a shelf above so that I can put all the boxes and things that, one of the things I noticed on my last layout is you never have any space to set something down other than the layout itself, and I don't want to put anything on my layout. So I'm going to put a shelf up there, and this will be like a staging area where I can start putting the locomotives in. It'll come around here, and there's a 4x8 layout that I put on casters. So down here I've got casters on them so that I can slide this 4x8 table away from the end tracks, and then I can actually go in and take the end tracks out over here. So stolen a lot of ideas from everybody. One of the things you're probably going to question is I'm decided to go away from foam. I like my wood cutting skills better than my foam cutting skills. I am going to use foam for building the mountains and things, but I'm a wood guy, so I kind of like those to do that. Underneath all the benches, I definitely drilled holes in all the rails so that I can run my wiring. Um, I, for my legs, I've used T-bolts, so everything can be disassembled and taken away or moved somewhere. But I've used T-bolts or T-nuts and bolts to bolt the legs on. Casters on four ends here, but then I've got the um, adjustable furniture guides on the bottom so that I can adjust everything. Because as I was doing this, I found the floor in my basement definitely is not level, but I was able to get the tables pretty level and matching up with each other. So um, some open frame style up here. I basically took a piece of plywood, laid out the layout, anything that was going to be at the next level up, and drilled and cut them out, hoping that where I cut things out, I can use as I build the mountain here. If I want to put a tunnel, I can easily take this off, clean the track, or get derailed cars out. So all the pieces all the pieces from the plywood I've cut out, I'm going to be able to use for templates for creating those foam mountains. But I stayed away from the foam. I'm going to use cork and flex track, and all my turnouts are Kato because I really like those. I like the single coil flips. They work really well. They've worked really well in one of my other layouts. So that's my start here. Bench work complete. Now I'm on to building some bridges so that I can go across the rivers and actually start laying some track.